honestly so cool with this location. Look at that blackbird. That was such a nice pose. Good morning. We are up. It's like 6:20 and the alarm was at 4:45 this morning because it's a pretty far ride here. But we're at Ekängsdalen, and this is a place I've been visiting before on the channel. It was like 2022, I think, when I had the Sigma 500 with me and the A7 IV. But today we are here with the 200-600 and the A6700, because that's the camera you guys voted for me to bring this morning. Well, no time to spill, because today will be a very, very warm day. It's gonna be 18 degrees freaking Celsius. And that is fantastic. So, but the light will probably be pretty harsh, and that will happen pretty soon. So no time to spill, because now the light is perfect. So let's go, I guess. But yeah, I can already hear lots of birds. I have a feeling this will be a great day. So there is a bird here. That's the reason I'm visiting this place, and that is the horned grebe. It looks like that. And the good thing about this spot is that there's the lake, and here you can actually walk over the lake, and it's pretty close to the city. So there are lots of people like running here and walking, and that is good, because then the birds are used to people being on this little bridge, or what do you call it. There's a blackbird sitting right there. You can see the blackbird. Can really tell that it's springtime, because this is just the sounds. I can see the sun starting to sun. I'm gonna get out here so we can hopefully get some backlit shots when the sun is low like this. We have about maybe 15 minutes or something to get those good shots. Is that the horned grebe? No? Yeah, that is the horned grebe. Yes. I'm gonna try to get as low as possible. See if he comes even closer, maybe. I'm just standing still here. They are so cool. So this location is so good for photographing the horned grebe, because I don't know if there's many spots where you can get this close without like having to hike out and put up a hide and stuff, because this is a very, very common trail for people walking, and they are just chilling. So it's right there and the sun is there, so I'm gonna try to move myself a bit to the right here to get a better backlit, or not better, I don't know if it's better, but to get a example of the backlit shot maybe. The light is so nice. Put on silent mode to not disturb the beautiful morning for them. Wow, the light. That was very nice. That was very cool. Oh, look at the waves, like the lights kind of reflecting, and that is pretty cool. I'm gonna slowly move myself back. And the fact that the sun is going up right behind this lake here. It's just such an incredible spot, to be honest. And we have the horned grebe, I think. Or is it? That is another sultana. I don't know what's the English word for those birds are. Such a nice morning. Just gonna see if I can use my backpack as some sort of bean bag for the camera. Look at the golden light. But the horned grebe is somewhere else. In situations like this, it's very nice to underexpose. So I'm underexposing by -1. And just look at the highlights around the bird. It really shines through, and I just love shots like that. There's the horned grebe again. Very far into the distance. Yeah, the horned grebes are way too far off. That's nice that he's coming this way. And they're like disappearing under the water, and then they can just spawn somewhere random. Nice. Pretty cool. The tones are kind of looking black, dark and moody, and then the orange tones of like its feathers kind of stands out in a gray. I really like that aesthetic. It's pretty far away. I'm shooting at 600 and then the crop sensor, so we're having, is it about 900 I think? He's definitely closing in on us. That's great. A beautiful side light now with a dark background. I like that. Oh, now we have a nice and here's a good example of why I'm not using auto. And of course you can change the exposure when shooting auto, but I see many people asking why I underexpose so much. And look at here. Now I'm trying to aim for minus 1.7, and look at the difference if I'm aiming for exposure 0. This is technically what the camera sees as the correct exposure, but photo wise it's much better to underexpose, I think. But it's personal preference, I guess. But here you can see the difference of not underexposing and doing the correct exposure. Well, feels great. Now I have the shots that or at least I've seen the species that I was after, so that feels great. But I'm gonna go for a little walk soon to see if we can find some small birds. So next time it goes under the water, I'm gonna move myself. See if we can get some different backgrounds. Before it goes up, I need to maybe here. Not that big of a difference. Oh, there's a horned grebe behind me. What? The darker backlit shots. Now I want a shot that can really show how the bird actually looks. Now the good background is coming here, and he's uplit by the sun, but with a darker background. That is very nice. I have dirt on my sensor for some reason. Yeah, crap. I should probably move on, but I can't. I just can't. If you're photographing nature, you probably know what I'm talking about. But the feeling of like sitting and waiting for the next step. You're moving all the time, so you get new backgrounds all the time. So it's pretty hard to kind of leave. But I probably have 500 photos of the horned grebe right now, so I'm gonna get moving. And there's one horned grebe there, and one right there. And he's following me. Wow. Okay, look at the light on this one. The sun is shining into his eye and it's just lighting up like a demon. Look at that. That is so cool, and with the dark background. Okay, I really like that. It really enhances the red in the eye, because that's one of the cool things with these birds, in my opinion. The super bright red eyes. I hope the raw file looks the same, because this is so cool. Okay, I'm very happy with that. And again, this would not look like this if I wouldn't underexpose. But it's just one of these photos that the sun is like shining into the eye, so that's perfect. I'm gonna try to be ready with a flight shot of this. I'm gonna load up the shutter speed a whole lot here. I'm gonna go for focus area wide, which I find the best for flight shots. I did get a second chance. Nice. Honestly, so cool with this location. Like, look at that. He is maybe 6 meters from here. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I got a flight shot of the horned grebe, and I'm happy with that. But I had to use a very fast shutter speed, and I just cranked it up, so it's very underexposed. But could be, like, I really like when the sun is lighting him up, he really stands out against the dark background, and that is, to me, very freaking cool. Well, let's leave the lake for a while and go for a walk in the forest. I'm gonna try to walk around this whole lake so I can get back to there. I have no idea how far it is. I'm just gonna go for it. Chances if I look it up how far it is, I might decide to not go. So better to just go without looking. But what a good start of the day. Wow. Let's see. I need to change to, for birds in the forest, I usually go for focus area spot, and then I change between the different sizes. Probably go for large on this one. Ooh, I'm cold. Sitting above me here. Cool. No, the robin, I missed him. He's singing so beautifully. I just love that. Oh, I missed it. Crap. I just love the song of the robin. Oh, there's a blackbird, but not the best background though. I wonder if I can move myself. Doesn't seem too bothered. Hi there, thanks for posting for me. He is just posing for me. That would never happen at home. Must be that there's usually a lot of people here. The blackbirds at my place are super scared. I can even play around with the background a bit here. Ooh, that's a cool pose. Just magical. So the light on the lake now is a bit harsh, but in the forest it's just gorgeous. Let's look at this. And all the sounds. There's nothing better. So I want a shot of a robin. I love those birds, and I have one on my yard. But he's a bit skeptical and don't really want to be photographed. There's the robin. Yeah, that's nice. And now I'm happy that I have the A6700 with the reach. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna continue. That was such a nice pose. What is it with the blackbirds in Linköping? They're just posing. That was nice. I was a bit too zoomed in though. And kind of need to remind myself sometimes to not just like zoom in at 600 millimeters just because I can. Sometimes it's better to zoom out a bit and get a more environmental shot, but I don't know, it's programmed in my brain to just zoom in. What do we have here? Blue tits and grey tits. Yep. And I have plenty of those at home. So I don't know if you can see, but there's some red like bushes or something. Imagine getting a bird in those red colors. That would be pretty cool. I'm gonna try it out. Oh, it's a stenknäck. That's nice. There are two of them. They probably love each other. Sorry for the wind noise. I know this camera is unfortunately a bit windy. I wish there was some kind of wind muff, or what do you call it, for the Action 5, because the little tiniest bit of wind makes it very noisy, unfortunately. This location is very good, to be honest. A lot of different species and a lot of action. Now I'm reminding myself to zoom out, and it kinda looks pretty cool. Oh, nice light here. They are not behaving like I'm used to. So there's been a couple of POV videos on the channel by now, and I must say that I really enjoy making these videos, and I love that the response on them are so good. So I really appreciate that you're liking the videos and that you're letting me know. I truly appreciate it, and honestly these videos are helping me to get out and shoot, because otherwise it's so easy to forget about just walking around with the camera like this. I would probably not go here if it wouldn't like to record a video. Otherwise I would probably be home waiting for I don't know, go look for owls and stuff, and that is also a lot of fun. But this is very important to not like forget. Just walk around with your camera, photograph what you're stumbling across, because you get outside, you get some fresh air, you get some movement in your body, but not only that, you practice your camera, you practice your photography skills, your editing skills, and you're just like maintaining it. And it's just, yeah, maybe obvious, but it's important to kind of remind myself to get out, and these videos are definitely helping with that. So I hope you want to see more POV videos, because I really like this format. The light, if just one bird would appear, I would be very happy. Oh, look at this. Imagine having a bird sitting on this one. Looks like Voldemort's wand in Harry Potter. Okay. I would like a wren. I like those birds a lot. Okay, now I see it. Let's see if I can get this singing on camera. Oh, this is why I need a tripod. It's crazy how small they are and are making the most noise of them all. I want a good shot of a wren. I've said that a million times in my videos, but I think they're so cool. It looks kind of magical with the path going here, and like an S curve. No, that was a pretty cool perch. But there was stuff in the way, so I missed it. So I'm halfway through the trail. So I'm gonna go back now. So the trail is going around and back to where I started. So I hope to see something more along the way, but I'm actually very happy so far. Sometimes when you're out you don't see anything. And now I've had quite a lot of species in front of the lens. Now the light is very harsh, so in the forest we still have softer light. He was not scared at all. I just stumbled across it. That's nice. But for filming, I really need a tripod. It would be so nice to have a shot, like a static shot of a bird up close like that, and when it's singing. It's been a fire here or something. Yeah, it smells like fire. I saw a wren here. I can go and try to. It was by the water. There, I can see it. No, it's a robin. Loot it. That's it for this little photo walk. And I'm very happy with the results actually. Like the start of this day began very nice with the sun going up and the backlit morning water. And yeah, didn't really catch anything good on the last part of the walk, but I can't really expect that. Yeah, I'm very happy and thanks for following along. So this is your daily reminder to, if you're going out tomorrow, get up early. Even earlier than you think, so you are out when the sun is actually getting above the horizon. That is so worth it. I was yesterday evening, I was like, oh, I didn't really feel like getting out, to be honest. I was so tired and I was like, oh, should I really go out tomorrow? Because I've been sick. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out. And I just set my alarm at 4:45. I didn't feel like it, but I did it anyway, and it was so worth it. So imagine getting here half an hour later. I would miss the whole morning basically. So it is worth it. So if you're planning to get out tomorrow or someday, the weekend or something, get up a little bit earlier. It's definitely worth it. Well, thanks for following along. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.